Dew.
Welcome to Two Dudes with Dew again. I'm Josh.
I'm Shae.
So, how do you do today?
I'm doing quite hungry. Can I have a good slice of what you got right there?
Are you sure you want a piece of that? I mean, people have been known to build things with it.
You know, hey, if you can build it, if it's good enough to build a house, it's good enough for me.
Okay, go ahead and have a piece, man. You can grab one. Today's special food, if you didn't know, is fruitcake.
Yeah, I've never had fruitcake before.
It's
Ooh.
interesting. It's got a bunch of different kinds of fruit in it, obviously. And
I do not like the smell of it.
Hold on, ooh. I'm trying to pull up something for us to. Wow.
Oh, yeah. I don't try.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Oh man.
You know what? We're full. I should have refilled my dew.
Yeah, go ahead and do it on camera. It's fine.
I might. Well, I'm not saying it's bad. Because just that smell alone, I don't think I'm gonna like this.
Yeah. All right. So, ooh, spray me, why don't you?
Hey, it's dew. It's right.
So I'm gonna set that right there.
All right.
Should be okay. And that way we have something to reference to. Oh, this is just falling apart.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I've had this once before.
Not this brand, obviously.
Not this brand. This is actually Walmart brand. Yeah. But I had someone's homemade fruit cake. No, not bad. Okay. Together.
Dink. It's stuck together. No. No. It'll get worse.
That's nice, ain't it? Man. Get it down. We eat that for fun.
Man! What are the odds that both food items...
Okay.
You would have guessed both food items suck this week.
Next week will be much better, I promise.
Oh, please. Can we have some, like, really nice candy canes?
Okay. We're trying to get to it. Made with fine canned fruit, select nuts, and raisins.
Woo!
And bread. Now, tastes like a shoe.
It's bad. You know what? If it's good enough to be built with a house, but not good enough for me.
Okay. If you have a homemade with fresh stuff, probably really good. I think I have pineapple. I like pineapple.
I do too.
Not like it.
No.
Hey, stop it. It tastes bad.
You can do it, Josh. I was done tasting it, so I abused my no gag reflex, and I just swallowed the thing.
Gah! Save me, Dew. Okay. Whoa! That was disgusting.
I've never eaten that again.
Only ever homemade fruitcake, in case you were wondering. Only ever.
It's no. You're gonna have to give a piece of that to Shandy and see how she reacts to that.
Oh gosh, it's disgusting.
It is.
Anyways,
that was bad. Wowzers.
That was fruitcake this week. Next week we'll have something even more special.
Josh is not
tune in.
Josh has not informed me what I have, so
no.
The only thing I know I'm having is that in about a month I'm having a burger.
Yeah. Looking forward.
Oh, he's getting the burp. You're fool!
Looking forward to that. It's called T-Rex Burger. If you want to go ahead and look it up online, we're going to go ahead and eat that.
Hopefully.
If you know what our very first video was the King's Whopper is what we had, and that's 6 patties at the Whopper standard of a third pound each patty, to a grand total of about 2 pounds each, plus veggies and cheese. Yep. Mm-hmm. It was actually very good. We were both like, dude, I wish I would have ordered some fries.
And a milkshake.
Because it was not enough.
No.
But this is at Wendy's. It's called the T-Rex Burger. And I counted out the patties that most of them have, and it's 9 patties with cheese. And the Wendy's is, I think, also a third pound, which I think this is what's going to actually test our palate. Because we were both like, I think if we'd have had 9, we'd have been set.
Yep.
So we're going to try that. I've had 4x4s my whole life.
I've had them too.
And it's usually not enough. Usually I get animal fries too.
Yep.
And a big soda.
Yep.
Usually 2 of them. So, I mean, I think they will be
I
no
have
problem.
been craving In-N-Out for like 2 weeks now, dude.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I put 35 ounces of meat down. No problem. I mean, I say no problem, but if you were there watching me, I was struggling on the last couple bites. But then I was like, I could eat some more rice and stuff because it's a different flavor.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
I mean, I could tell, freaking me and Webdale, when we first met, we have this pizza rivalry at the church when we did walk-ins at the time. We don't get pizza now, or... No, there's no one to challenge me for pizza, so I just kind of just make sure I'm like 10 slices, no one beats it.
Well, this year we went to John's Grill Pizza, and we were neck for neck, but I let you get ahead, and I couldn't catch up. And I was just like,
and I was like, done. You know, it's funny because I'm like, I still feel good, and John's like, oh my.
Well, I wasn't. I was like, I need to get up and walk around anyways, so I cannot continue. Plus, pizza for me, I have a limit where I'm like, I'm good. A full pizza is good for me. I'm happy, but I just can't eat anymore. I just start to get the like, it's just the same, constant, repetitive, too much chewing and everything. Like, I can eat steak, I can eat burgers, man.
When I kept on getting different pizzas, I just got different ones every time.
Yeah, I tried different flavors too, but man, it was too monotonous with the bread. There's always too much bread. Like, if we went to Pizza Rev with a little thin bread, dude, I eat a whole one of those. No, think about it. It's awesome.
Yeah, bread's the filling part of pizza.
Yeah. So, I mean, roughly, this is what we could do.
Dude, I don't want pizza.
So, the T-Rex burger should be no problem for us. But we're going to go ahead and give it a try. Now, what's interesting is, if we do good on the T-Rex and we're like, no, I can still do this. When we go to Sylvester's for that 5-pound burger, I think we'll be good because it's only 2.5 pounds of meat and then 2.5 pounds of veggies.
And
so
cheese.
I think we can handle this.
Hopefully.
I think we can. If I can put away the gambler, I know you can put it away.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, Sylvester's, I don't think there's... I mean, I was scared of it at first. Now I'm thinking, I think we can handle this.
I'm going in with it in a mindset that I can do it, but I'm not underestimating it at all.
No, I'm just... I was scared of the gambler. I did not think I'd put 35 ounces away, and I did proudly. And then I had a sundae. I also had salad before and a full bowl of stew. Actually, a bowl and a half of stew. So, I mean, I was already filled up, and then I ate the steak. So I was like, dude, if I just had the steak by itself, because I thought you had to eat everything.
Yeah.
I thought you had to start with the main thing and go all the way through to the sundae, finish sundae. No, I was sitting there struggling through the last couple bites, and my brother's like, you don't have to eat everything. I'm like, I do though. And the waitress walked up right about the time. They go, does he have to eat everything like the rice and all that? They go, no, just the steak. And I look over, I'm like, for real right now? She's like, yeah. I'm like, give me my t-shirt. Could you get a t-shirt for finishing it? But
I can't remember for the Sylvester's burger, if you eat it all, isn't it like free or something?
It's a free burger. Normally I think $40 or $35. So and you get a free burger and you get a picture.
Yep. So basically how I'm seeing this is, I'm going to eat that burger and I'm going to be like, this is $35 on the line, man. Mm-hmm. Also, the trip as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're paying for the trip as well. Because it's not here in our town. We have to drive over to, like, there's 3 locations and it's 2.5 hours away, essentially. Yeah.
They have good burgers there where I eat.
They're very tasty, though. It's worth the travel. We're not just going to do that.
No, we're
going to
go
there. We're going to spend the night, and we'll do the other thing the next day.
That's a long time from now, though, especially since Josh is having another kid really soon.
We're looking summer next year, probably. And then
how soon is that looking, by the way? Shandy.
I mean,
it was predicted
after next week, she could have it technically anytime.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the first week of January. So anywhere between 36 weeks and 40 weeks, you can have it, and it's considered a full-term baby, essentially. I mean, it's still early from the date, so they consider it a preemie. But, I mean, if she came out at the last part of December, it wouldn't be a problem. We'd probably take her home that night or the next day. That's how easy it would be. But,
what's up?
Just remember about all the bottles and everything.
Oh,
man. She's so tiny, too. Anyways, so, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's kind of in the future. We're looking forward to doing the T-Rex burger next month, and we're looking forward to the trip to the beach in the summer.
Man, that just made me realize I'm gonna be really scared to hold Ellie. I'm like, because when first had Artie, I'm like, I'm not touching him.
Not at all. We're like, you gotta hold him at least for one picture. And he's like, you can see him. He's like,
I'm being like as gentle as we just set him on my arm. I'm like, is that good?
Take a picture.
And I'm like a crib. I'm not putting any pressure. I'm scared.
No, it was cool though. He was a good little baby. So
yeah, and then Artie nowadays I'm like woo!
Like 30 feet in the air is too high, bud.
Got him.
I got him though. He didn't do that.
No.
But so
I'm very gentle with Artie, but I'm like,
that's what we got coming up. And we're super excited about that. We're never eating that again, so no more fruitcake for me. Thank you. Yeah, it's going with the eggnog.
Ooh, that was bad.
So we had a bad experience tonight.
Yeah.
As far as food goes down.
And we saw
now I'm very hungry. So
yeah.
I don't have. Do I have meat at my house? I don't know. I'll figure out something to eat when I get home.
Little Caesars pizza?
Nah. No more Little Caesars for me if I can help it.
Really? Why's that?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Domino's or Pizza Hut.
Ooh, I want Domino's. Ooh, I want pizza.
They're both in Wasco.
I know they are.
So, but tonight, after we did that food just for you guys' entertainment, we thought it actually would taste somewhat decent, and it does not.
No.
I wasn't expecting that bad. I didn't expect a gag at all, but nah, it was nasty.
It was bad.
And I know there's someone out there going, fruitcake's awesome, man. Well, you know what? You're of the devil. So,
it's bad.
We're talking about something that you don't get to be a part of, and that's called Christmas.
Even though it's the Christmas food, it doesn't belong with Christmas.
Yeah. No, it is the devil's part. Is his way.
It's the Krampus Christmas food.
So, what we're doing today is we're going to be talking about our best Christmas movies that we like, the reason we like them, and such on and so forth.
Yeah. So, are we saving the one that we both like the most?
Yeah, you want to save it for last. Some notable mentions that I'm going to talk about is Krampus, which I think is really cool.
I've never watched it.
It's a horror
Christmas movie,
which I enjoy quite a bit. It's really funny too. Then there's A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey.
I love that one.
It was a very, very good one. Didn't make my top, but it was very good. I'm not talking about that. That's weird. Or that one. I wrote these down. Well, sort of wrote them down. I have them in a list. This is the reason why this list is weird. Because there's movies that come out for Christmas, and there are movies that involve Christmas in them. Thus, they are categorized under Christmas movies. Like While You Were Sleeping has a part of Christmas in it, so they place it under Christmas movies.
Yep.
No, sir. Home Alone 1 is on my top 5, actually. It's really great. So the first Home Alone movie I hate for Christmas is The Polar Express.
What? It's awkward because that's going to be in my top 5.
I hate The Polar Express.
I love The Polar Express.
I love Tom Hanks. I don't like what they did with the cinematic of the movie. Not the storyline or anything like that, just the way they made the movie.
Yeah.
It would have been just as good had it been a live action.
Yeah. They made it look
cartoon.
They made it look too live, but the technology was not there at the time.
They tried to follow the same idealistic Behind the Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey, which looked very, very good. And they didn't make any improvements on it except for the fact that it made it look so much more scary. Like, it was almost pedophile status. You know? So that's why I don't like it. I mean, it's got a great storyline and everything, but that's why I don't care for it. Obviously, all the older movies I'm not a big fan of. I love It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a movie I watch every Christmas, but I enjoy watching it. It reminds me very, very much of the fact that it's, you know, what to love. And you know, to remember what's going on in your life during Christmas. Ernest Saves Christmas is probably in my top 5 as well. I don't get to watch it. I don't get to watch it every year because it's not one of the main ones that they play. But I do watch it when I can. If you know Ernest, do you watch any Ernest movies? Ever?
Ow.
Ooh. Ow. Careful.
I don't think so.
Ernest is a funny guy. He's a lot of physical comedy and he does a lot of different characters, which makes him funny. And in the movie, he gets to save Christmas because Santa gets, I think, hurt or jailed or something like that, and he takes over and starts delivering presents for Santa. Oh, okay. He's got 2 little elves. It's kind of funny. Or he gets sick. I can't remember what it is. I never watched A White Christmas, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's amazing. You're gonna watch it." I'm alright. This movie called Love Actually, it's a Christmas movie if you can. It's not made for Christmas. It was made about Christmas, so it has to be a Christmas movie. Funny movie, a lot of really good characters, a lot of good actors, but as far as the movie itself, it was just Yep. Very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas. Something I never got to watch. I loved the Harold and Kumar franchise. It's the reason why I eat White Castle burgers when I can. I don't have a White Castle here, which I'm super bummed about because they're so much better in person, they say, because I only have the freezer versions, and the freezer versions are good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I could get them fresh, I would just be like, oh my goodness.
Give me.
Yeah. Is there? Oh, Scrooged. Oh, I totally forgot about this one. Scrooge is actually a Christmas Carol movie, technically.
Yeah.
It's along the same lines of Christmas Carol, but they use my favorite one of my favorite actors of all time, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
And he goes back living his life just like A Christmas Carol. What if it was never born? What if, this, what if that?
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. I love the way Bill Murray acts, and I think he's funny. A lot of people don't care for him, but I think he's great. It's in my top 5 as well. You probably never watched it because it's a 1988 movie.
Yep.
Way before his time.
10 years to be exact.
Did you ever watch this on TV when it came out? Babes in Toyland? Not this version, but the cartoon version?
No. Not that I remember.
That's where the Nutcracker song comes into play? No? Nothing?
No.
Alright, well, then I'll pass it. It spawned a lot of music for Christmas.
As you guys know, my family was not a movie family.
Nope.
We watched
It was not.
very few. So mine are mostly going to be from the old Christmas cartoons. Like Rudolph.
Ooh, Arthur Christmas. That was a good one. Animated. Sorry, go ahead.
Like Rudolph, Frosty. I love all the Rudolph movies before.
Obviously, those ones you have to take in consideration too. They don't make a lot of lists, surprisingly, because they're like claymation kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love that kind of animation.
They don't make a lot of lists, usually because they're labeled too cheesy or they.
I love their cheese factory.
I loved the Baby Born on Christmas or New Year's Baby.
Oh yeah.
I liked that movie. I liked Nestor the donkey, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
I liked Rudolph. I liked I'm Mr. Ice, Mr. I'm Mr. Snow. I love that part of the movie. It's so great. Good. Oh, so good. I love all those movies. And they're honorable mentions. Again, not my favorite, but they're honorable mentions. Gremlins is another horror movie for Christmas. It's too funny to be horror. I mean, maybe when it came out, it was scary. Now, when you look back at it, it's just hilarious. I always wanted a Gizmo as a kid. But yeah, Gizmo, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Gremlins, we're not going to talk about that because it's so high up.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's up there. But yeah, so Gremlins was one of those ones that I have to watch that. If I don't get to watch it.
I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back.
Okay. Bad Santa as well. Another one that I didn't really watch as a kid because obviously it wasn't acceptable in my life. But Bad Santa is one of those ones that I wanted to watch. But I never did. So number 10 on this list is a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It was like, it's all right. It's not great, but it was funny. It had its parts. I'm sure there's someone out there like, dude, you have to watch that. Like, how can you not watch that?
Why am I not?
I'm like, whatever. So that's one of those. The Nightmare Before Christmas we had a discussion about earlier. It's one of those ones that it technically is a Christmas movie and technically a Halloween movie. So it's kind of hard to pick which side it's going to be in. I think that it's more of a Halloween movie personally, so it doesn't make my Christmas list, but it does make an honorable mention in this fact because it is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I love that movie.
But
that's in my top.
Personally, I believe it's a Halloween movie, not a Christmas movie. But again, it can be either one.
Yeah.
Obviously, Christmas is in the title; it's got to be mentioned. Let's see what else. What else we got here?
Oh, we can't talk about that one.
Yeah, no. A Muppets Christmas Carol. Another Christmas Carol movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But the Muppets version, which is hilarious. I love Muppets.
I love mutton.
I love mutton. But yeah, the Muppets. I think they're hilarious. Again, honorable mention, not worthy of my top 5, but great. So Home Alone, we've already discussed moments for that. A lot of people are like, Miracle on 34th Street. How can you not mention that?
I haven't seen it.
It's... Okay. Miracle on 34th Street is a good movie, guys. It's a classic. It's always been pointed out. But you have to understand there's a younger generation and older generation gap there. If you're my parents' age, Miracle on 34th Street is almost a must. When you become a 25-year-old, 26 myself, and a 20-almost-year-old...
Almost, like 4 months.
Those kind of movies, they just don't make it into your spectrum. There's no color, for one. So as a kid, you're just not watching them.
Boring!
Yeah. Number 2, it's not funny. It's just a movie. It's an adult movie at that time, so you just like skip it. So it's one of those things that I was like, no.
Yeah.
But this next one comes in at the time of colored movies. It's around the time of The Sandlot, which you loved as a kid. It's called A Christmas Story. Everyone watches it. It plays for like every night up until Christmas, like a week before they start. It's like 7 days of Christmas. It's the Christmas story.
Is it ABC that does like the 25 days of Christmas?
Yeah, but it's like the last week, right before Christmas. This happens every night. This movie's on every night. It's not that it's a bad movie. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. It's one of the most recognizable Christmas movies. I like it. This is down here. I get this. I like it, but at the same time, I'm just not like, oh my gosh, I have to watch Christmas Story. I'm gonna be bust. I have friends that are like, if I don't watch Christmas Story,
it's not Christmas.
Yeah, Jinx. You owe me fruitcake. Ah! Sorry.
You fool!
You fool! It's right there. Anyways, so it's
a
Christmas Story.
Oh, now I know what I'm getting extra for Christmas.
Please don't. So yeah, A Christmas Story. It's a great one. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep, there it is.
Which my cousin got to perform in the stage of BC. It was a great movie. Great. I think it's a better play on stage than it is a movie.
Most like.
Just because there's more to it. You have to understand it's live action. It just feels better.
Yep.
At the same time, the movie was very good. You know, it had that guy's name.
That guy. You know, that guy with
with the face. Yeah. And he talks like this.
The hair. You know.
Jimmy Stewart. It had Jimmy Stewart, one of the most recognizable actors of his time.
And it had spiked eggnog.
Yeah. So I mean, it was one of those things. It was like, you know, it was a great movie, but. Again, not my top 5 just because of my age, probably. Yeah. It's up there. Don't get me wrong. It's up there.
I mean, the thing's 70 years old.
What they didn't mention in this one, which is in my top 5, I know I keep saying top 5. It's more like a top 10.
Yeah.
But it's the movie. It's called I'll Be Home for Christmas, starring Jonathan Taylor Thomas. If you've never watched it, my brother has it. I'll Be Home for Christmas is a great movie for when I was growing up. I was about a teenager when I saw it the first time, so it really resonated. It's about a college kid who's not really great with his parents. He's away in California for college. They're back east, and his dad just wants him to come home for Christmas. And the deal is, if he goes home for Christmas, he gets his dad's Porsche. So everything in the world is trying to stop him from getting home for Christmas, and he's trying to get home for Christmas. He tells his girlfriend he's just going home for her. They have a big fight, blah, blah, blah. But Jonathan Taylor Thomas is a great actor in that movie. It's very funny. So it ranks in the top 5 for sure. Not the number 1 movie. My brother may put it at his number 1, but it's not my number 1. Yeah, not my number 1. But such a great movie. It gets top honors. It's a Christmas Story. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, there's 2 versions of this.
I like both.
Both are called Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. There's the older version, which a lot of the older people would be like, that's the one I really like. And it's a cartoon version. Or there's the newer version, which our age really recognizes as How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and that is Jim Carrey's live-action version.
It's because I'm green!
It's because I'm green, isn't it? Anyways, a lot of one-liners in that movie.
It's Jim Carrey.
There's more wording. There's more dialogue.
The humanity!
Yeah, there's a lot of dialogue in the new movie versus the old movie where it was mostly narrator. I think actually almost all narrator.
Most besides the Grinch talking.
He does those little sound bites.
Yeah.
Great music in it.
Yep.
Definitely worth a top 5 in anybody's list.
I love that movie.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the newer version, I like more. Not because I'm like against old people movies. Not like that.
I love them both.
I love the cartoon version.
Yes.
But given between the 2, I picked the live action because Jim Carrey is such a great, phenomenal actor.
It makes me laugh every time.
And really, they did things that a lot of people hadn't done at the time as far as movies. Almost every shot they show of background, a big shot of Whoville, a lot of it's CGI. You don't even realize. People walking across holding things. That's CGI. You wouldn't think that. You'd be like, wow, they got some random guy in the background carrying presents. That's pretty cool. But it's CGI. When you watch the behind the scenes, it's so in-depth. They had so much going on. It was really great.
Yep.
And the fact that Jim Carrey is such a versatile actor, not only physical comedy, but in quick liners and just ad-lib running with each other. Most people that work with Jim Carrey are like, I have a hard time staying with him because he ad-libs so much and it makes me want to laugh. They do a lot of takes.
Yes.
So for that very reason, it gets probably one of the highest honors that I can give as far as Christmas gifts. And it's not number 1. No. Still not number 1, though. It's probably number 2.
Yeah, it's really good.
To be number 2 for me. Now, number 3 or number 4, it falls in there, is the Home Alone movie number 2. I didn't mention Home Alone number 3. Now, the reason I don't mention it, other than this quick blurb, is they did not use Macaulay Culkin again. Yeah. They went with a new kid to make him seem younger. I understand that, Macaulay Culkin was getting older.
How old was he?
When they filmed the first one, he was like, I want to say 10. And the next one, I think he was like 12 or something, 13 like that. Yeah. And then they left it out. They didn't make a third one for a long time. That's the problem. That's why they had to go with someone new. I still thought it would be cool if they would have done Macaulay Culkin as a teenager.
Yeah.
He gets left behind as a teenager. I thought it would be a great movie because I can imagine what teenagers would do.
Oh, yeah.
And then have them try and rob him again. Old Joe Pesci. But no, so number 3, they went with a new way. And I hope they make a new Home Alone where Macaulay Culkin's the dad. And he leaves his son.
Oh, it'd be so good.
That would be great. He'd be on the plane and be like, I cannot believe I did that. And she'd be like, what? We left Andy. What? No, everyone's here. No, we left Andy. I know it because I can feel it. I felt like I left myself behind. He's behind!
Oh, man.
He'll be okay. I was okay. Maybe. He'll be okay. He'll be okay, right?
And it instantly becomes a horror movie instead of a Christmas movie. And they come back home and their son's just slaughtered.
I don't know if I'd go that route. I think I'd go Christmas movie again, but...
Yeah, I'd be smarter. But that's what... See... You want to outthink your viewers.
I don't know. I think it's because classic movie would be fine.
Yeah,
it would The problem is, Macaulay Culkin at the time is a little... He's spacey right now. I don't know what he'd be able to do. But, you know, that's why I don't mention it in my top 10.
Be able to do...
I don't know if he'd be able to do number 10.
Or whatever.
Yeah, because...
It's a lot of Home Alone.
Yeah, so Home Alone 3 was not in it. There's a Home Alone 4 in there, too, somewhere.
I think a 5 and a 6, too.
I don't know. They're all worthless, in my opinion, until they bring Macaulay Culkin back.
Yep.
Macaulay Culkin!
No.
Oh my gosh, my boyfriend Mac.
Right.
Macaulay Culkin! Anyways,
Alright, the
what
secret,
else saying?
they're waiting till Macaulay Culkin is so old he's stuck in an elderly home, and then they hire him for Home Alone 7 as an elderly person getting left home.
Ooh, plot twist. Macaulay Culkin's a thief.
Oh!
Big plot twist.
Oh, snap!
That could be a movie.
Oh,
top And 5. He finds Joe Pesci and he steals from him.
As an old man.
As an old man. He's like, I'm taking your crap because you tried to take mine. That would be great. And then Joe Pesci turns the tables on him. Ooh. That would be kind of interesting.
That would be... Ooh.
I would watch that. I would so watch that.
I would too.
But the reason...
you have the other guy's face.
I can't ever remember the guy's name.
Because you know in every Home Alone they have to have that face.
Oh, you mean Macaulay Culkin's face?
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, they did it twice in a row. I thought you were talking about what's his face. I think that's Joe Pesci, isn't it?
I don't know.
No, Joe Pesci's the short little guy. The other guy, I can't remember his name. He's the one that... He always does it in the same movie, too. Anyways. But the reason I bring that up is because Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, is one of my favorites. It's number 3 or 4. I can't ever tip it.
And as I think I said this before in one of the other podcasts, our president's in the movie.
Yeah, Trump. He's in there.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's not why. My favorite is because of the brick scene. I've discussed it on our podcast before. This kid just hurls bricks at the guy, and he's like laying on the ground. We're going to watch the video right after this because I have to watch it now. But it's one of my favorite movies. It's not my favorite, though.
No.
Still not my favorite. You know, not my favorite, but it's up there. Any other notable mentions you want to talk about?
As I said,
I'm spacing on a couple of the other ones.
As I said before, I do like... Oh, crap, what's the movie? The Polar Express.
Oh, yeah.
I do enjoy that movie a lot. I will say, yeah, the CGI, it gets borderline creepy at some points. It crossed the uncanny valley a little bit.
It's almost too real.
Like, that Santa Claus?
Yeah, that was the main problem for me.
I think it was the beard that was the issue. Too much.
Yeah.
But then, yes, all the old school Frosties and stuff like that.
Speaking of Frosty, I can't believe I forgot about this one. This was definitely top 5. Jack Frost.
Oh, yes.
It's a movie with Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. Hilarious. He dies, his son brings him back with a harmonica, and he comes back as a snowman. It's hilarious. I love it. And plus, it's got some of the greatest music I've ever heard for Christmas.
Oh, man.
Frosty is a snowman! Anyways, sorry. But yeah, so that one also makes it up there on my list, Jack Frost. Anything else? Because I'm having a space on anything else.
As I said,
the more you talk, I'll remember.
Yeah, all the old, basically, you know, Rudolph. You know, there's one that stuck in my head. I wouldn't say it's a favorite, but it's stuck in my head. Do you remember that little dog? It had a lot of different,
Airbud?
No. It was a little cartoon dog. Olive. The dog? No? But there was one that...
I remember Oliver and Company.
I don't remember
No, the cat, though.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the movie, but...
Olive?
It was Olive the dog, and he was listening to the radio, and he was listening to, he was listening to the radio, and he was singing the Christmas song, "All of the other reindeer."
Oh,
and he's like,
all of the other reindeer. That one?
Yep, that's
it.
I
never watched that crap. That's a little too much for me.
It's
a funky looking dog.
What year was that made? I have that stuck in my head because I always remember.
Let's see. 99.
That's why!
Musical.
That would be...
Oh, how did I not mention this a second ago? I'm sorry. The Santa Claus.
Oh, I thought we were saying that because that's my number one.
Oh, is that your number one?
I
did not know that was your number one. Wow.
I love the whole trilogy.
I like number one and number two.
Number
three got a little weird. They tried. I gotta give it to them. They tried. I didn't care for it very much, but yeah.
I love number
Santa
one.
Claus.
Number two.
The Claus. Santa Claus. The Claus.
No, yeah, it's not just the name. It's the Claus.
Yeah. Oh, great one-liners on that one too. Tim Allen. Very good. I love it.
Power.
Yeah. And they all thought he was crazy. He started blowing up the part where he shaves.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness! I always think about that when I think about Shae. He's like she shaves and he's all clear. He's like, He goes down, wipes his face, comes back up, full beard. I'm like, whoa! So every time I see Shae, every time he gets his beard thing, I'm like, when did you shave? Yesterday?
That's what everyone thinks about me.
Everyone thinks that he can just concentrate and force beard out of his face. He's all.
Yeah.
That would be a great commercial, though, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but yeah. So I didn't know that was your number one.
Gillette Fusion let my beard not grow as fast. And like you see me like 45 minutes later, it's back. I'm like, this is 30 minutes slower than usual. Thank you, Gillette.
Thanks, Joe. So you did that to your own time. That's like
ironically, I do use a Gillette razor.
Honestly, no plug. They don't sponsor us.
They don't.
So, but
if you want to give me some razors,
I will take free razors. Obviously, we use them so often. You're not gonna really break the bank giving us free razors.
Yeah.
Anyways,
give me like one a month. Or like give me like a razor handle. Just give me one razor, like the head. Just because I only do under here.
Yeah. I didn't know that your favorite was the Santa Claus.
I love this. Probably because I was so young at the time.
We probably should have said what our favorites was before we started this.
Yeah. Oh, that's a surprise.
I mean, you know what my favorite is, but yeah. So I mean, no, I'm surprised by that.
Well, I think the first one came out what 2004.
88.
What 88?
Yeah, it was way like 98.
I'm like 90. Yep.
No, Santa Claus is an old movie, dude. Like it's Tim Allen in his prime.
Yeah. Let's look that up.
I want to make sure that I'm right. 2002 was number 2.
Oh, okay.
And that was like years later. Oh, really? Thanks. Thanks, Google.
Then you put it's like the Santa Claus, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, see, 85.
That's wrong, Santa Claus.
I know. So I want to prove a point here, guy. The Santa Claus. Okay. Well, shoot. This moment brought to you by the people at Time Warner.
But I think because I was so young.
94. Still.
Dang.
Told you it's an old movie, dude.
Wow. They did a really good job animating that.
Oh, great, dude. Great for that job.
Wow.
But yeah, no, Tim Allen. Great Santa Claus.
Because they started releasing around, I started watching them. I think the second one is probably my favorite out of the three.
You know, it was good. Don't get me wrong. The problem I had with it was they started replacing people.
Yeah.
I bit my tongue. Go ahead. Talk.
But I love the Santa Claus 2 because he's like, I want to see my, I want to see my kids of the holiday and all that stuff after that. And then he goes there and like, you need to find a Mrs. Claus or you're gonna be, you're no longer gonna be Santa Claus.
There will be no Santa Claus. That's the problem. There
Yeah.
will be no Santa Claus from then on out.
Yeah. And he has to find someone, and the longer that he's away from the North Pole, and the more he uses his Santa magic, the less he has. And he starts getting skinnier and
starts turning back into Tim Allen.
Yeah. And eventually he's basically Tim Allen.
You know what my favorite part about it is, though, is they use the same Charlie.
Yeah.
That, if you're watching and you're a movie director, you want to make sure that people enjoy your movie the most. You always bring, if you're going to bring a character back, you bring the actor that did the character originally back. Because when you start changing people, you start having problems.
Yep.
Ask any Batman movie.
Yeah.
Like the old Batmans. They went through 3 different Batmans in 4 movies. That's a problem. People can't get attached to those Batman.
Another function here, because I'll say this, all the Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day when it was the, what's his name?
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, a lot of people say, that's Spider-Man.
A lot of people, that was their Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think he was a great Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong.
I think it was pretty
there was problems.
Yeah, so
but
Spider-Man
I think
3, we're looking at you.
We're not talking about that one. That's a bad twin, bad black sheep. I don't care. We're not talking about him.
Black because it's Venom, and Venom has a black.
Anyways, no, he made him into a little perv.
Yeah, the little jig though.
That's where we lost him. But I mean, he was a great Spider-Man.
Yes.
The new Spider-Mans, they're great too. Don't get me wrong. I've liked each Spider-Man.
Yeah.
In their own way.
I will say,
new Spider-Man. I haven't ever got to see the new Spider-Man movie.
I haven't seen Homecoming.
I just saw him in the Civil War, and I liked the way he acted. Okay. And supposedly he acts that way. So,
okay. So you got to think at this time, Spider-Man in comics, he's about that age.
Yeah. No.
But as obviously as you would expect,
Aunt May is not that age though.
No, she's not.
They made a hot Aunt May.
As you can expect, Spider-Man, over the years, he got older. Eventually, we became the adult Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. But at that point...
We still don't have an adult Spider-Man.
We have never... Well... They're
still using him as a teenage spider.
You could say probably in the Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire, he was an adult Spider-Man.
Well, Because
he moved out...
Young adult. Like, early 20s.
Yeah.
Like, he graduated high school in #1. #2, he got a job... as a photographer while he was going to college.
Yes.
And then #3, he was still technically in college.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, he was an adult, but I'm talking like 30-year-old.
Yeah, I know. We haven't had that yet.
We haven't had that yet. I kind of look forward to that. Why are we talking about Spider-Man?
Because we're talking about the same characters, use the same person.
Sorry. So, we got off on a tangent, but yeah. It's important.
It's always
obviously.
Important.
We all have our own opinions.
Yes.
But, we're talking about Christmas movies. Yours was the Santa Claus.
I love the Santa Claus.
I'm thoroughly impressed and happy about that. Because I have a lot of friends who are like, that movie sucked. I'm like,
love that movie.
I will murder you.
That movie's so good. Like when we talk about The Lion King.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe
my teenagers. Anyways, so there's that.
They don't know their good stuff.
I'm still trying to make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger made a Christmas movie. It was Jingle All the Way. If you haven't watched this gem of a Christmas movie, you must. Jingle All the Way is top anybody's list that's watched Jingle All the Way.
I haven't watched it.
You have not?
No.
Oh, we're going to watch that one this year too. Because I have that one on CD somewhere. I got to find it. We are totally going to watch that one. It's hilarious. It's turbo time. I got it. Some of the best little sound bits you'll ever see.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
is in that movie.
Anything that he says is like
it turns gold.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, but some of the best Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes are in that movie. At one point in time, they're trying to get a Turbo Man doll for his kid because he didn't buy it, and it's like the week of Christmas.
Yeah.
And everyone's sold out because it's the hottest toy of the year.
Of course.
At one point in time, one of the malls is like giving away, or has them. You had to get a special ball, get the right number, and then you could buy a Turbo Man doll. The problem is they throw these balls, and freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger goes after one. He ends up falling down 3 stories into a ball pit, or not into a ball pit, into a little girl's lap. And he goes down and he like follows the family. He's like watching her as she gets into like this big play area for kids.
Yeah.
And he chases her into the play area and is running after her inside. And he's army crawling through the tubes and everything. It's hilarious. And finally he slides out a tube into the ball pit. And she's sitting there and he pops up. He's like, oh, that's my ball. And she's like, mm-mm. He's all, okay, nice shiny. I'll trade you. And he picks up a ball off of where he's standing, right? Like sitting right next to it. He goes, I have a nice shiny red ball. You want to trade? It's
Give me the ball.
It's great. Yeah, no. And then he grabs the girl's face because she put it in her mouth. And then all the moms beat her up. And she goes, I'm not a pervert.
I'm not the pervert.
No, it's great, dude. We're going to watch that this year. I cannot believe you haven't seen that one.
Dude.
Oh, man. So good. That's also...
has Shandy seen it?
I think so. That's one of the VCR tapes that Nolan ended up peeing in the case for. Oh, you never heard of these?
No.
When he was a kid, he used to sleepwalk a lot.
Yes.
And he would imagine or assume he was in the bathroom in his dream, and he was peeing on like open VHS tape boxes. He ruined a couple VHSs like that. Sorry, Nolan, but that was just too funny not to say. Anyways,
I never heard of that. You never told me.
That was one of the ones he peed in the open side.
Aww.
And they caught him right as he started, and they stopped him, and they woke him up.
No!
So, I mean, that's a Christmas movie. I'm sure there's other ones out there, man. I'm really racking my brain trying to make sure I didn't forget anything while enjoying all the talk.
That sounds hilarious.
Let me do a quick search before, obviously, everyone knows what mine is, but Oh, my wife found Harvey. She's underneath our house.
Hey! Merry Christmas!
Make sure that I'm not forgetting. Oh, The Night Before. It's a brand new one with Seth Rogen. If you haven't seen that one, it's pretty dirty as far as cussing and everything.
Yeah. It's raunchy.
And it's got some problems in it, but the movie itself, if it got rid of some of the obscenity, it would be one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
But let me make sure I haven't missed any, because there's going to be people out there like, you forgot this one. I already said National Lampoon. Oh, Charlie Brown Christmas. It's a classic.
Of course.
If you're like, oh, I can't believe you said that, and I said it. White Christmas for some of you old people. Arthur Christmas was another one. I kind of mentioned it for a second. You were talking, but it's good. Christmas with the Cranks was another Tim Allen Christmas movie. It's, At first, the kids weren't going to come home, so they planned this to be a cruise because they weren't just going to celebrate Christmas. It was mom and dad. And then they decided they're coming home, and it just was a problem. Four Christmases was all right if you enjoy that kind of movie.
Yep.
There's I'll Be Home for Christmas right there. Christmas Town. Never watched it. Mickey's Christmas. That's a big one for a lot of parents. A Very Murray Christmas. I haven't watched it. I can't believe I haven't done that yet, but I'm supposed to. Have it queued up.
Ooh, the Santa Claus too.
Yeah. Technically, Batman Returns is set at Christmas time.
Yeah. Does it also have Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
No.
I'm not thinking of a different one?
This is Penguin. This has got Christopher Walken in it.
Oh, okay.
Just as good.
I'm thinking the other.
Just as good, though, Christopher Walken.
I'm thinking Christmas, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, and then a Black Christmas.
The Ice Age.
Yeah, that's the last. That's the last installment of the '90s or '80s and '90s Batmans. But also the Black Christmas. I don't know if you ever watched it. It's all right. I'm not a big fan of it, not because of color or anything. It's just not a big fan of the story. And of course, there's a Medea Christmas that doesn't ever get mentioned. Nah. But it's a good one. So those are very honorable mentions and important ones to mention. My favorite, of course, is Elf.
As you would expect.
I am a big fan of Elf.
It's great. I won't lie. It's definitely
it's
up there.
Remember, when you go to New York, if you find gum underneath the railing, it's not left by other people for you. It's not candy. Don't eat it. Yeah. And what does he do immediately? He eats candy off a railing in public.
Yep.
I mean, I really hope they make an Elf 2, which I've heard they're trying to do.
Oh,
but it's difficult because Will Ferrell is a big
busy
name. He's very busy. So, but oh my gosh, it's Santa! I know him. I know him. I say that every year at Christmas time. Anytime I see a Santa Claus, I yell it out in malls.
I gotta tell a story when I was a Santa Claus.
I never got to see you when you were Santa Claus. Only Shandy.
Yeah, it was a bad time.
But yeah.
Okay, for all my fellow mall Santa Clauses or anything, I feel for you. It is not fun. You know, when you get... Okay, so how I had to Santa Claus is my family, as you know, owns a furniture shop. Well, they decided we need a Santa this year. I was chosen as Santa.
Do we really need one? Do we?
No. They wanted me to do it again this year after 3 years. I'm like, I'm not doing it again.
No.
And every year, I say, I'm not doing it again. I thought you loved it. I said I hated it from the very beginning. So I go out there. I had like 4 kids, little kids, and it made me feel good. But then there's the 50 or so teenagers driving by. F you, Santa!
Why? What did I do to you?
What did I do to you? This is literally in my town. This is the only Santa in town. Have you ever seen a Santa in Shafter?
In my 26 years in Shafter city limits, twice. Not out and about. I will say that only at certain like one day events.
Yeah.
Like I think they had a Christmas parade. I think they have a Christmas Santa usually.
Yes.
But yeah, no. As far as like just walking around, never.
No, I stood in front of our store. From
never seen
10
that.
o'clock
never seen that.
till 6 o'clock in the afternoon. No chair. No chair.
In a hot Santa outfit, because it doesn't get cold here.
No.
Sorry.
It was 75 degrees in a hot Santa outfit. And because of the Santa outfit, I had to wear regular clothes under that. I was wearing a shirt and jeans.
Oh, jeans was a bad choice.
That's all I had.
Ooh.
I couldn't wear shorts. They were too baggy. They'd stick out of the pants. I chose jeans. They were smooth with the outfit. That's all I had. We didn't have any Christmas boots, so I was a Santa Claus. I was 15 at the time, I think. Maybe a little bit older, I don't remember. How the Santa outfit we had, they had like boot covering, so if you had black boots it would work. I didn't. I wore black Vans with Santa boots. It was hilarious. And as you can tell,
I get you in trouble.
I'm a very bulky guy. So it was I was a lot skinnier that time too. Mm-hmm. So I was basically a ripped Santa Claus.
So was I.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I was a ripped Santa Claus almost, just sitting out there, ho, ho, ho. I do a good ho, though.
Yeah, you do.
I
just see it spiked.
Yep. Each ho.
Each ho gotta get this good spike.
Ho! There it is again. Ho, ho, ho!
Right.
Get out of my...
It was alright, right?
I am the ho.
Was that alright? I don't know. I can't hear myself when I do that.
It was fine.
Okay, cool. Because I assume I'm gonna have to be Santa one year for my son and daughter.
I assume.
I assume so.
I mean...
Or, because we have a great Uncle Shae.
Like a great, like, saying as like I'm a great uncle, or
yep,
like
as an awesome uncle,
or I'm just saying we kind of already have one naturally in the role, great grandpa.
Yeah, I don't like him as much for Santa. He's got the natural white hair. Don't get me wrong, but he don't grow a good beard out.
No, he doesn't.
So I mean, you know,
I don't have a gray beard. Yeah, okay.
No, you could have a white beard though. They have stuff that we can add to it. If you'll grow it out all next year, I will pay. I will pay you a Santa's fee next year.
You know how long?
All the way out.
It would take me a year. I would kill myself having that. It would be horrible.
That's what I'm talking about. Though.
All through the summer.
That's what I'm talking about. It's called commitment. What do you want your Santa fee to be?
I'm not doing it.
Well, name your price. Everyone's got a price. You just got to name it, and I got to figure out if I can come up with it. Like it doesn't have to be money. It can be something I have to do.
Okay. I will do Santa. But I'm not growing my beard out. I refuse to.
No deal.
Okay. I will.
I'm saying, if you grow your beard out, what will it cost to be Santa with a full natural beard? I'm putting anything on the table. You can shoot whatever you want out. It may not happen. Like, you may be like, I want you to jump off a cliff, because obviously I'm going to say no. But, you know. But what would it take? I just want to know.
Man, to grow my beard out all year. Because just for the month of November, it killed me. Oh, man.
At one point in time, you get over it, though.
At one point in time, you do. But it just keeps on getting longer and longer.
Mm-hmm. You can shave down here all you want, but...
I'd be like Brother Glenn. Mm-hmm. But he shaved.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He looked weird.
I'm just saying. That's what I want from you.
I'm like, he shaved. It looked kind of weird. Because he walked into the team room, I'm like, whoa! Hey, Brother Glenn.
So? You're not avoiding the question. I just want a price.
I don't know.
Money or favor or something. I don't care.
I mean, you already have 2 favors for moving our houses.
Well, yeah, obviously I'm going to have to help you on that situation because when you go to move out, I'll be the one helping you. But
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I asked the Sofa King guys what would it cost for them to shave. And they're like, oh, we'll shave, no big deal. It's not a problem. Yeah. They said, but what are you offering? So I went ahead and offered them something. But they probably won't take it, but they might. And if they do, I'll have to own up on my end. It's not that much money. But, so what I'm saying is, what will it cost me to get you to grow your beard all the way out for a nice full white, we're going to bleach it white, Santa beard next year? You know what? Hold the thought, though. That's going to be one of the questions that we'll answer on the Q&A.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's going to be in the future.
I can't.
We're at the end of our time.
I will tell you now, though, it would be very, very significant because this is the beard like I like having. This is my natural beard. If you notice back in October when I did trim it last, this was the trim length. I like this length.
Yes, it is.
It's a thick enough length where you can see it.
Except for right here. Because you do have hair right here, but it's just so blonde that you can't tell. Yeah, see? There's hair. It's just really blonde, so when he gets back here, it just blends into his face.
Yeah.
But, yes.
You can still see my chin thing.
That'll be next year. We'll answer that in the Q&A next year, technically.
Technically, yes.
So,
honestly, it's going to be pretty significant.
We do have to do some shout-outs real quick. So my favorite movie, obviously, got Elf. I've got 3 different
Mine is probably the Santa Claus 2, but really up closely with the Santa Claus 1.
And number 3.
3, not as much. 3 kind of dropped the ball.
So there you go.
But I did like.
But those are our favorites.
I did like how they have Jack Frost, though.
Yeah, there's our favorites. Be that as you may, those are our favorites. We do need to say some stuff. We need to call out that we have some merchandise on sale.
Yes, we do.
We've got cups, We've got hats. We've got shirts.
Not these cups.
Not these kind of cups. I mean, these would be cool. I probably can find something like that, but you'd have to really demand it.
Just imagine we had 2 dudes with Dew cups like this.
That'd be slick.
Oh.
I'll look into it, but right now we have just normal plastic cups for you guys. If you want to get a hold of those, you know I have to have about 40 people order. I said 30 on the last episode. I want 40, honestly. 40 guys and 40 cups ordered. That could just be 20 people ordering 2 cups.
Yep.
You know. And then at that point, then I can actually make it to where we can get those in, and then they can start becoming swag bag carrier parts. So there's that. Shirt and hat, of course, are on Instagram. You can go check them out. It's supposed to be a black shirt, not green.
The Facebook page.
The Facebook page. I'll fix it. Don't worry.
I really like the hat, personally. As I said last
That's going to be really cool. Every episode, you'll see we're changing and trying new things. We had a horrible night tonight with food. Did not go great.
Never again.
We have the T-Rex challenge we talked about earlier today. Yes. And coming up, we have a challenge. We're going to the beach.
Yeah. Follow us on our Instagram and Twitter, the usual. And Facebook page now.
We have a Facebook. It's a group. You can go ahead and add it. There's going to be questions. I want you to answer those questions as diligently as you can.
And ask your own questions.
We have about 240 members at the moment. Doesn't mean they all know that they're there, but they're there.
They're there.
Because I added them.
But just, what was I say? Just start asking questions. We need them for that.
Yeah. For every question you guys put,
we'll try to
get a name on there for you to get a nice prize.
Yeah, we already got Wills.
We're going to answer those questions. Wills and Mac, they both have questions up there. Actually, Wills has 3 questions up there.
Yes.
Well, 2, and then his wife's got 1. So you can have you and your wife both ask questions. Cool by me.
I need to tell my friends. I've already told them once, but I think they just kind of knocked it off.
Really, every question we get is going your name up there.
Yeah, I told them, like,
the more you get, the better chance you have of winning.
Don't make it to the point where it's like nasty comments. Like, we want actual, like, what would we do in situation comments.
Yeah, I mean, if all you want to do is ask what kind of things you're lighting, that's fine. We'll tell you, but we want a question. We want something so we can do a whole episode just talking to you people about that kind of stuff, where it's not a subject as much as just getting to know us or whatever.
Yes.
So there's that.
Why do you guys choose Dew? Why not? Why not Dr. Pepper?
There you go.
Well,
I mean, that's a good one. But
I know what my
rating would be. So you got merchandise. You got your social medias. You got all that. Also, if you want, you have Podcast Addict. You can add an RSS link from the YouTube, and you can go ahead and put it on your podcast. That way you know. That way you don't have to search YouTube every time for us and go through all the videos. You'll have the updated one every time. I believe that's it.
You can subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Hit the notification bell.
Comment.
Dislike, whatever you want.
Just leave us some feedback.
Please.
I demand it.
Hey, we don't demand here.
Anyways, so for 2 Dudes with Dew.
And Lightly Food.
I'm Josh.
I'm Shae.
How do you do?
Quickness.
Thank you, Nick Acosta, for the chair.
Woo! Bye.